This is a conversation about Suicide Squad with spoilers beware.
The hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
Welcome to I'm Your Target Demographic. I just got out of Suicide Squad. It's like 1:30 in the morning. So this is going to be short and hopefully informative. The big question, did I like it? The answer is no. Rotten Tomatoes is completely accurate, but let me tell you why. Suicide Squad was supposed to be something different. A group of villains doing something interesting, a bunch of interesting characters you wouldn't see in other movies. And what we got is a very, very generic story, just like all the other superhero movies we've seen. I almost compare this most to the Fantastic Four reboot in the same exact ways that it messed up, where it misstepped. Just generally, it's very similar to that movie. What worked, though? Let's start positive. Will Smith, charismatic, loved him as Deadshot. Great job. Margot Robbie, I liked her. Fine. Her story with the Joker, interesting. The Joker was fine. Just, I didn't know why he was here. Why was he in this movie? It felt very kind of out of left field. There's kind of this forward momentum, and then the Joker would come in. And it was chaotic. Maybe that's intentional, but it felt out of place, and he felt underused. Stylistically, there were a few things that worked. The Enchantress looked cool when she was like the black with like stuff kind of buzzing around. I thought it was really creepy when she would turn into the Enchantress, like when she would grab the hand and it would kind of, like a hand would grab her and it would like twist her into the Enchantress. I thought was really cool. Some of the like montages were interesting, like the flashbacks were kind of interesting. But stylistically, it also walked a really fine line that sometimes I was like, what are they doing? Like over stylized, and it kind of lost some impact. So in the flashbacks, when like colors would change and be vibrant, I was like, what is happening here? That is really all I can think of that I really liked about this movie. And that is a super disappointment because I wanted this to be the movie that changed everything. I wanted this to be the movie that finally set the DC universe in the right direction. I don't think it did that. So problems. Flag as a hero, annoying, bad, horrible acting.
This is Katana. She's got my back. She can cut all you in half with one sword stroke, just like mowing the lawn. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims.
Generally uninteresting. His romance with Enchantress, weird, didn't like it. It felt hollow to me. It tried to give the movie a heart, didn't work. Killer Croc, the prosthetics looked fine sometimes. But then you would see him like when he'd take his shirt off and he had this big giant head and then this little tiny body. Looked very out of place, and the whole ending thing where it was like, I want to watch BET. Like, what? And most of the time I couldn't tell what he was saying anyways. Captain Boomerang wasn't bad, just never did anything cool. And I didn't like how his boomerangs, he like threw one and then all of a sudden it turned into a drone. And it was like flying around and he was controlling it on his phone. I don't think that's how boomerangs work. El Diablo was fine. Didn't mind that. The effects weren't great. When it showed the fire that he started in like the prison or whatever, just looked horrible in general. The effects were horrible. Most of them. The Enchantress, when she wasn't the smoky black ring creature, when she turned into this hula dancing thing, like, one, it made me laugh, which is not the desired effect. And two, it looked like her face was just photoshopped onto this weird effect. Just looked horrible. And her brother, whatever this thing was, that never really got a name, looked like it was straight out of Gods of Egypt, which is one of the worst looking movies I've seen in recent years. So that horrible, horrible special effect, and I didn't understand. It was just like chaotic and messy and didn't make any sense. Now we're skip to the climax here because it ties to this. Why were they able to defeat the brother and Enchantress with normal weapons and explosions? That they set her up to be this incredible, mystical, magical force, but then they just like blow them up, right? Or they like cut her with a sword. The sword does steal souls, but as far as I know, they never explained that it also can cut magically into people. So you can steal their heart. Like, didn't make sense. And she said at the beginning, Enchantress said that she was going to build a machine that was going to destroy everyone, but it clearly wasn't a machine, it was just magic. So that didn't make sense. And the whole trope of a giant light shooting into the sky, horribly overdone. What is she waiting for? Like, why doesn't she just trigger it? Like, is there something they're building up something? Are they waiting for something? I didn't understand what was happening. Amanda Waller, probably the most villainous character in the whole movie. When she straight up kills those people because they like know too much or something, what? Like, hard to root for her. The whole story is she gathers this elite team that she then uses to rescue her from a building. Like I didn't understand what she was doing, what she wanted. Just her character fell not only flat, but like in a weird direction for me. Did not get her motivation at all or understand what she was trying to accomplish. I also was really distracted by the music. That I don't really even remember there being a score to this movie because it was constantly licensed music. Music you know. And it wouldn't even be a substantial amount of song. It would be for like 20 seconds and then the next song would kick in. Like someone with ADD was like listening to the radio. And it was just, here's a song. Ooh, you like this song? Like, it probably cost them tons of money and it ended up hurting the product because it just reminded me every 20 seconds, oh, they're playing a lot of music. And it didn't work. It worked for the trailers because that's what trailers do. Trailers are like music videos that sell you on the movie. But here it felt like a crutch. Like it was like, ooh, you like Bohemian Rhapsody? Here's a montage. And it was like, what are you doing? The action felt hollow. There would be these big shootout scenes that usually I would be on the edge of my seat for, and I found myself here bored. Like just looking at the screen, unattached and uncaring, which is not, again, the desired effect. It's hard to believe that this movie was made by the same guy that made End of Watch and Training Day. Two incredible movies. Did not feel like this. It felt like maybe his movie's in there somewhere, but someone made all these weird decisions and reshoots, and who knows what that consisted of, but they changed probably what his initial vision was. It just didn't work. Those are the big things. What did you think? What do you think worked? Did you like Deadshot? Did you like Harley Quinn? What do you think didn't work? What fell flat for you? Do you think this movie is bad? Or do you think this movie is the leap forward that we've been waiting for? Because for me, didn't work. I mean, Ben Affleck, some cameos can't save this for me. You know, the one moment of the Flash showing up was cool and interesting, but where was the Flash when this world-ending disaster is happening? You know, I understand them trying to be a covert squad, but at one point she was destroying military bases all around the world. Where are they? So let me know in the comments. Feel free to agree, disagree, but just lay out your point. Not just, oh, I like this movie, but why? Because I'm really curious because I don't see a lot of redeeming factors, but I'm seeing people that I trust their opinions like this movie, and it really surprises me why. I found myself laughing, chuckling at how horrible this movie was. So let me know in the comments. Please don't unsubscribe if you disagree with me. And we'll see you next time.
I can't wait to show you my toys.
Mamma mia, let me go.